What is good, everybody? It's Ross. So we are going to, I'm giving a reaction, and y'all are gonna watch me do this reaction for Kendrick's Super Bowl Licks halftime show. LIX. I don't even know what number. Oh, he said 59. So Super Bowl 59, which I guess is Licks. But yeah, this is gonna be my reaction. It's a minute and 15-second video. I'm just gonna press play. We'll see what's going on.
There you go. Give me one more. Ah! Come on. Two more. Just like that.
Okay. So my first thought, I mean, this is dope though, with the American flag in the background. Like, I don't know. That looks like that was a real cloth, behind him. I wonder where they filmed this. Maybe they were at like a college. Knowing Kendrick, he probably was at at a HBCU or something. He's trying to send a message. This isn't just because Super Bowl is in America or something like that. It's that. I think the whole point of this, at least how I've interpreted, I think Kendrick Lamar has really been getting in tune with the discourse that Black Americans have had. Black Americans, or ADOS, American Descendant of Slavery. There's been a lot of discourse of us reclaiming the American flag. You might see people online that might talk down on people who are repping the American flag in their bio. Like, oh, they are imperialists or nationalists or something like that. And that is like far from the truth. Black Americans we're reclaiming our flag, meaning like we were an integral part, if not the most important part of building America, making it the richest America in the world, making it the richest country in the world, And so Kendrick, I think, I just like a lot of us, I feel like a lot of us have been kind of ashamed of our history, just coming out of slavery and like all the disadvantages we've been, accruing over time. And we kind of like, we don't really talk about it, And so at the same time, we're like, oh man, this America isn't mine because they don't do anything for us, blah, blah, blah. But we have been flipping that on its head now, And so I have a second channel where I really kind of dive deep, my Ivy Ross channel. I'll probably dive deeper into this because I don't want to spend too long talking about it. But there is a reason why he put the American flag. So for those who don't know, like, it's because of this discourse online. I'm putting money on it. He knows what it's about, that we are not a lost group of people. Like, we are Americans. We lost all of our connection to Africa, and we have been we're a mixed group of people, you know what I mean? So we got everything in us, definitely. We got the European side due to how slavery and all that crazy shit was going down. People getting, these slave masters were having kids that they did not want to claim, and here we are. So we're a mixed group. We're not just straight from Africa. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people have been having a hard time, especially people who aren't Black Americans, are having a hard time with us, like claiming the American flag. It's not like we're saying, it's not like it's like how I would say like extremists, or not even extremists, but people who are like, America has no wrong, like there's no faults that America has. There's that kind of group of people, and they want to lump us in with that. Like, no, we know that this country has a lot of issues, but us claiming this flag is also us taking responsibility that we need to change this country, for what we deserve. It needs to be better. So I didn't mean to get into that little rant, but that's what he's trying to symbolize. And so it's connected to this beef because Drake, who is half ADOS, he's half ADOS and half white, from my knowledge. His dad's from Tennessee, and so, but Drake is from Canada. His upbringing is from Canada, and he was raised by his Jewish mom and had a completely different lifestyle than your average ADOS person, living in America, aka where Kendrick is from, Compton, So the whole term "they not like us," it originally is about us. Like when he's saying "they not like us," he's talking about us, like Black Americans, So there's probably people who are gonna argue with that, because I feel like he flipped it into like making it an everybody thing, because everyone's rapping it. They're not like us. They're not like us. Like it's really because he's mainly talking about Drake is not like us. He's Canadian. He's not like us. Like you said, you're not a colleague. You're a colonizer. He's calling that out, saying like, you are not like us. We're not the same. So anyway, a lot of people sing this song, and which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the us is really Black Americans, and so and he's clearly showing that as well. That the American flag, we're claiming that, and so he's pretty much, to me, I look at it like as that. Drake can't really do that. He would need to put a big ass Canadian flag. And none of us here are Canadian. So we're like, we don't care about this. But this American flag is powerful, representation. It's a powerful symbol, and so it just shows that he's listening, he's hearing what we're talking about, and it's probably influencing him. So let me just go ahead and press play.
You ready? Exactly. What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. It's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom!
Okay. I mean, we all caught that, right? I mean, anybody with a brain, and has just an inkling of what's going on with this beef. Drake posted something on his burner account, on his Finsta. Dude is 38, whatever. He got a Finsta. Anyway, he posted a clip. Maybe I'll put it on here, but he posted a clip, saying they won game 1, but we will win game 2. Kind of displaying that this beef isn't over. Drake, and to me at the same time, it's like, okay, Drake is acknowledging that he lost. He lost the beef, and he thinks that he's got a round 2. And that's why he's been throwing all these songs out, trying to do the subliminal thing. That one song he did, green, blue, whatever the hell, he pulled that down because he's challenging Kendrick, Kendrick's Family Matters track. I think Drake's team, they pulled it. They're like, no, don't do that. Kendrick is going to respond. Because I know if Drake says anything about Kendrick's got, what do you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, in stock. Like, he's got tracks ready to drop any more dirt on Drake. So Drake he's trying to, I don't know what his goal is, but this beef is over. It's over, So, of course, a lot of us, we want this beef to continue because it's great music happening from mainly Kendrick. I don't know what the hell happened with the Heart Part 6, but the other 2 tracks that Drake dropped was solid, even though the Family Matters song, he was literally dissing everyone, and then the last part was for Kendrick. I mean, it was, so I don't even really consider that like a, and then Push Ups is a good song too. I think Push Ups is a good song. Anyway, Kendrick, he just said there ain't no round 2s, so I know Drake is pissed. I'd be pissed that this guy got a Super Bowl commercial, and now at the halftime. Anyway, we'll continue.
I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans. It's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom! I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress, too. even if you're watching from home. Let's go. Yee! That's what I'm talking about, man. Now we can get to it for real. Come on, you gotta make sure you catch him with the hands open like that.
I like this film. I don't know nothing about cameras for real. But I like the kind of, maybe it's the filter or it's the type of camera they shot with, but I like this. I like that picture. I like that picture. I know all that is intentional. Give it like a different kind of vibe. So, yeah, I guess the question is he gonna perform "They Not Like Us" at the Super Bowl? Like, that is gonna be insane. I'm sure everybody in his camp is doing their best to make sure he does not perform that, but he has to. Like, people, I mean, this is what the reason why Kendrick is here, because he's been the most talked about artist. Not Drake. He's been the most talked about artist this year. The first half of this year has been Kendrick, you know? And it's ironic because, what did Drake say? Big as the Super Bowl. And this guy, Kendrick, who was supposed to be on that song with Drake, and Kendrick turned it down. And so it wound up just being Drake and J. Cole. And to me, I think it was Drake kind of like auditioning to headline the Super Bowl, because I know that he's been asked to perform in the Super Bowl, but he's declined it. But he's never been asked to headline it. If he was asked to headline it, be the sole artist, and he controls who he wants to bring on, he would be there in a heartbeat. Drake has done like everything, but for him to be that like pop star guy, all the big pop stars have headlined their own Super Bowl, and so I think for Drake, that was him. Like, all right, I'm gonna use J. Cole, I'm gonna use Kendrick, and create this song as big as a Super Bowl, and it's just gonna be a banger, and then we're gonna play it at the Super Bowl. It's gonna be crazy. Sparks are gonna be flying. This is what Drake's probably thinking when he's making this song. He's thinking about like, okay, we're gonna record the music video on the football field, and then by next year, I think he dropped it in 2023, right? So he was probably hoping. I think Usher did the one in 2024. I think Usher did that, right? So that was already booked. But I think Drake was hoping to get booked for the 2025. That's what I think. And how this is now flipped for it to be Kendrick headlining solo for this Super Bowl is crazy, So I think it's crazy on different levels. Like how I personally feel about Kendrick performing, I mean, I think this is where the criticisms of Kendrick can kind of come in, and I think this is the lane that Drake was trying to go. He was saying something about like, you're always trying to free the slave. You act like you were about to free the slaves or something. He said in the Family Matters song, and he worded that all wrong. Right. But he was pretty much saying like, you were trying to act like you are like the most woke person ever, the most black, like the most pro-black guy ever, but it's all an act. That's what Drake is trying to say. And he didn't word it right. And he fell on his face. And then Kendrick played it on him, saying, homie still doubled down calling us some slaves, like, that's probably not what Drake meant, but that's what happened. But I think that's an angle that Drake should have stuck with, is that this kind of pro-black Kendrick personality, persona is not real. That's what Drake is trying to say allegedly. And so when I see this kind of thing where he's going to be headlining the Super Bowl, I think those criticisms can kind of ring true. We're like, all right, we know since Kaepernick kneeling and him being blackballed, people like Kendrick, I mean, a lot of us, black people in general, I mean, a lot of us, we were protesting. We were like, all right, I'm not watching football. And ratings were going down. And then Jay-Z came in and they gave him the opportunity to be the, the lead or the coordinator of the performance side. And so that was supposed to represent the NFL is getting more progressive, having Jay-Z come in to be the curator for these artists to perform. He's going to choose. It's like, oh, look, we're solving racism, and so Jay-Z, now I'm going to have another video about him, probably on my Ivy Ross channel, but I think Jay-Z kind of coming in just, it just kind of killed it. He killed the I would say like the protests, for watching the NFL football, because ratings were going down, especially like with the George Floyd thing happening and all that kind of stuff. So Jay-Z coming in. So I would, for me, like I don't watch football anymore. I mean, I don't watch it. I did watch the halftime for Usher a little bit, but I'm like, a part of me, I never really, like once I stopped playing football in high school and like a little bit of college, I just kind of stopped watching football, honestly. I just kind of went into music. So I was just, I'm more in tune with music than I am with football. So it was no problem for me to protest, to join in the protest. So I'm like, I'm not watching it either. Like if that's how the NFL feels, like when someone starts to stand up for black people, like what Colin Kaepernick did, and then he gets shadow banned. He don't even get shadow banned. He gets literally dropped and doesn't get picked up. So say what you will, say what you want, but that's what it is. So someone like Kendrick Lamar should not do something like the Super Bowl. But I think, okay, for me, because you're not getting paid. Everyone knows that you don't get paid at the Super Bowl. It's to promote. And so he's probably going to drop his album. It's probably going to go crazy. And I get it. But I can see people kind of arguing that, all right, bro, you're supposed to protest this. Like, you're not supposed to headline this. Like, we're not even supposed to watch it. Now you're going to get everybody. Black people are going to be tuning in like crazy, and so it's just going to give NFL more ratings at the end of the day. That's who the real winner is at the end of the day, is going to be the NFL. Now it's like, oh, because Kendrick did it. Now, like, all right, we good now. So I feel like for me, this is what I would think if I was going to say yes to do Super Bowl. Like, I'm going to send a message. And it's not going to be part of rehearsal. It's going to be something where I'm crashing out. Like, I'm crashing out on that stage. That's kind of how I'm doing it. Like, I will be on stage, talking about reparations. I'm going to be doing something. I'm not talking no Black Panther stuff that Beyonce did or whatever that was. Like, that symbolism. Like, I would literally be talking about, like, I would literally cut the music and just start talking until somebody tackle me off. That's how I'm going to see it. So I doubt Kendrick is going to do that, but he might crash out. I doubt it. I think that there's a reason why he's been so successful, and he obviously has a ton of connects, and we can't ignore that. But I'm just saying, all right, you're going to protest. You should protest this. If you're not going to protest this and do it, then I think you need to make a message. I think you need to do something. And I think it should be like something that is going to recenter Black America, like what Colin Kaepernick did. That's what I would do. I would fuck around and just kneel and start rapping. You know what I mean? Like, I start rapping, then I like us while I'm kneeling, and I don't know. So, but it can't be, obviously they're going to know what's going on during rehearsal. Yeah, it's got to be something that I'm deciding to do that is going to just shake everything up, So do I think Kendrick's going to do it? No. That's why people are going to criticize him and be like, bro, why are you? So, and that's the angle that Drake could go or should have went, instead of calling him short or calling him a woman beater. He could really have went in. I don't think Drake is quote unquote woke enough to like really get at Kendrick from that angle, with the group that he's around. Like all these guys, I mean, I can just tell they're all very superficial, very surface level kind of people. They're not really gonna think too deep about this. So anyway, that's my reaction / rant. Yeah, if you guys enjoy what I just talked about, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It really supports me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, thank you. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.